It's 9:30.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, for she knows not how to do this simple math. All she did was laugh, but I listen when I'm in class. Cause it goes order of operations. Order of operations. Order of operations. Now you can be a math sensation.
Hey guys, it's Thursday here in Miss Jordan's class, and you know what that means. Miss Jordan is gonna teach you how to do something. Before we begin today, I'm gonna need you to get out two documents. You can either find them in your email that I sent out yesterday or on the class website. The two worksheets that you'll be needing are Pemdas, P-E-M-D-A-S, and the mnemonic phrases worksheet. Please print both of them because you'll be turning them in at the end of this presentation. Okay class, today we're going to be learning of the order of operations, otherwise known as Pemdas. Operations means things like add, subtract, multiply, divide, squaring, or etc. If it isn't a number, it probably is an operation. So when you see something like 7 plus, open parentheses, 6 times 5 plus 3, close parentheses, what part should you calculate first? Should we start from the left to the right? Or should we start from the right and go to the left? Warning, if you calculate them in the wrong order, you will get the wrong answer. So long ago, people agreed to follow the rules when doing calculations, and those rules are known as Pemdas. So what does Pemdas mean? It means parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Easy as that, right? So what does that mean? It means first you're going to work whatever is inside the parentheses. In the equation that we discussed earlier, the 7 plus 6 times 5 plus 3, you're going to work what's inside the parentheses first. You're going to work the 6 times 5 plus 3. In Pemdas, the E stands for exponents. In this particular equation that we're working, there are no exponents, so we're going to skip this step. Remember that we are still working inside the parentheses. So for this particular equation, we are going to do 6 times 5 before we add the 3. 6 times 5 is 30. Multiplication and division are on the same level, which means that you can do them at the same time. The way you know which to do first is you go left to right. In our equation, we don't have any division, so I'll show you an example. In this example of 6 divided by 2 times 7, the correct way to do this equation is by going left to right. So we're going to start with 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. The next portion of the equation is times 7. So 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 3 times 7 equals 21. In our previous equation that we've been working out through this lesson, remember that we are still working inside the parentheses. Our next step to do is addition or subtraction. Addition and subtraction are just like multiplication and division. They are worked left to right, whichever is in order. We are working 6 times 5 plus 3. So we are adding the 3 to the 6 times 5 that we found earlier. 30 plus 3 is 33. So far, inside the parentheses, we have 33. Now that we have finished working everything that is inside the parentheses, we are going to move to what's outside of the parentheses. In this case, we have 7 plus what's inside our parentheses, which is 33. 7 plus 33 equals 40. If you think you aren't going to remember everything we just went through, please refer to the first worksheet that I had you print out. It has everything that we just went over in an outlined form. You may notice at the bottom of the page it says, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." I wonder what that could mean. You may have noticed that the letters in "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally" are the same letters that we used for Pemdas. If you could please refer to the second sheet that I asked you to print out that says mnemonic phrases at the top. We'll be using that worksheet for the rest of this lesson. A mnemonic phrase is something that helps us remember things. It's where you take the first letter of whatever you're trying to remember and associate it with something else that's easy to remember. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is a mnemonic phrase for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Now it's your turn to come up with your own mnemonic phrase. Now that you have came up with your own mnemonic phrase, it's time to put your "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally's" to work. There's one more page that I'm going to need you to print off. Please go to the class website and print off the worksheet that says Order of Operations. This will be homework and it will be due next Friday. If you think you need some extra practice working on the stuff we just went over in this lesson, you may go to the class website and there are a few links that will take you to some practice websites. Here's a video that Mr. Torres' class put together that'll help you remember the order of operations.
To the sixth grade, yo. They got some crazy math. You gotta move your paper. Crazy math.